Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and my name is Talia. Whoa, I have no makeup on to start this tutorial, and that never happens. It just doesn't. Usually I come up here and my face is already completed. I'm saying, oh, if you want to recreate this look, blah, 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 you want to see how I created this look, keep on watching kind of situation. But no, today I am starting off with a fresh, clean canvas, and I'm doing a full face tutorial today. It's going to be a talk through, so it might be a little lengthy, but I'm going to show you how I recreated my date night look, and I'm going to insert a picture that the look that I did on date night. The only difference between this look that I am doing today, I switched the lippies out, but I am using the Juvia'S Saharan 2 palette. If you want to see what it looks like in the inside, I'm sure you've seen many pictures of this palette on Instagram. I will definitely leave all my thoughts and opinions at the end of the video, where I will give a mini review on this palette. It's an eyeshadow palette. Like, you're either gonna say it's good or it isn't. If it's worth the money, it's worth it. If it's not, whatever. And how much it is. Simple and to the point. You know, it doesn't need to be too lengthy, but it, as you can see, it's a beautiful, the artistry on this thing is amazing. Just a quick comment on Juvia'S. They're coming out with another another palette, which I say kudos to you. I'm a true supporter. But there was a comment that I saw on the sneak peek of what that palette's going to look like. It was a comment by someone who I don't think they were a woman of color, that they mentioned, can they stop doing the African print on it? Girl, find your place, have a seat, sit there for a minute, and don't get up. Okay? Let them continue to do what they're doing. Why change their aesthetic? Would you say that to somebody else? Would you call up, Estee Lauder or Mac and tell them to do what to do? No. Let Juvia do whatever she wants to do. Okay? If you want to see how I recreated my date night look, keep on watching. And before you move on, so just pause the video where it is. Make sure that you are clicking that subscribe button, also clicking that notification bell, so that you know the next time I post a video and you don't miss a beat. Okay, so go ahead and do that.
Bad girls don't.
Okay, and for my primer, which I have used in many videos, is my my Becca Evermatte, what's it called? Evermatte Poreless Primer. The only reason why I'm actually using this primer, I try not to use my good stuff on tutorials, only because it's costly. But I'm going to record another video after this, and I need my makeup to be on point. I'm going to prime my eyelids using the Perfecting Eyeshadow Primer. It looks like this. There's really no more words on it. And this is by Black Radiance. And today I'm going to add a little bit of Milk of Magnesia. I haven't really been using it, but again, it's only because I'm going to record. And if you want your makeup to, if you're oily, I'm not going to say this, oh Lord, my eye. I'm not going to say this applies to everybody, but if you are oily, what I am doing right now, so you saw me put on the Becca Evermatte first, right? Now I'm going in with the Milk of Magnesia, just a little bit, not a lot, and then after that I'm going to put a little bit of powder. It has worked for me. That might be excessive, but I wear makeup every day, and I know how my makeup looks when I do a little bit extra versus when I don't. And so when I do a little bit extra, barely any oil seeps out. But again, I'm not going to recommend this to you because I'm not sure how your skin might react to it. It could also mean, like, when I have done it, my skin may have reacted to it. But I've had acne for so long, I really couldn't tell you whether or not it's what I'm doing when I do the extra versus when I don't. You know what I'm saying? Okay, moving on. Okay, so now I put a little bit of powder over the Milk of Magnesia. So you see it's drying up some. And I'm just using the RCMA colorless powder. I am so different when I don't have anybody around. Like, today's my off day. My 7-year-old is at school. My husband is at work. I am in my room doing my thing. Alright. Moving on. Alright, now it's time for the eyebrows. I'm just going to do one brow on camera. And this right here is the MAC Spiked Eyebrow Crayon. Oh no, that's in French. Oh, yeah, that's in French. This is the eyebrow pencil in Spike by MAC, and it looks like this. Okay, so now that I have my outline, boom, right? Then I go in with, where are you? My Beauty Bakery dark brown and brownies. I love this stuff, but you don't need a lot. So if you haven't seen this before, which I think I have exposed this on my channel before, and the only product I have been using as far as like that whole brow pomade kind of situation has been this for several months now. And then I fill it in. And then you blend all that out. You just take your spoolie and blend it all out. So I have jumped on the bandwagon of concealers, and I'm about to shape my eyebrows with the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer in Deep, and it looks like this. Every payday, right? Every payday, I make sure that I get something makeup related, but I'm now going to start incorporating, you know, clothes to the mix. I feel like you're not going to step up the wardrobe game, especially when I'm trying to do a beauty from the inside out kind of challenge. I need my out to also reflect my in, nerds. But anywho, I'm going to use it to shape my brows, and I'm just going to take my favorite concealer brush. It's by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Okay, well, this brush is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I don't know what number this is, but I actually absolutely love this brush to shape my brows. I know there's other beauty gurus that make makeup. I know there's other beauty gurus that make makeup tutorials look so, I don't know, so clean and effortless. And I'm more of like a Patrick Star kind of gal. Like, it gets ugly before it gets beautiful. Before it gets beautiful. It does. Okay. For my second eyeshadow primer, as I do in every video as of yet, I'm going to use my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in Caffeine. Eden was my girl for a little while, and she still is. She still is. But this is for my darker skin folks like my scalp, like myself. Okay, so I'm going to take some of my RCMA powder. Now that you applied your eyeshadow primer and you set it, I think that it's very important to set your eyeshadow primer so that when you're applying your eyeshadow, it doesn't move, because sometimes it'll skip around when you're putting it on a wet eyeshadow base. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it won't apply as smooth. At least that has been my experience. Okay. So the first shade I'm going to use, I wish they would use a darker color for the font. Like, my blind behind can't see worth nothing. So the first shade I'm going to use is Taza. And I'm going to use this for my transition shade. Okay, moving on. So the second shade I'm going in with is, oh my god, Zura. This cranberry color right here. Say hey, Zura. Say what's up, Zura. And I'm going back in with the first shade that I used, just to kind of make sure that shade doesn't go away. Okay, and the next shade, is that an F or a P? Fez. I need the font to be dark. I mean, the font to be darker. This white business, I can't see. And this is Fez, and this is like a chocolate, like it's like a reddish brown. And then I'm gonna go back in with Zura just a little bit and kind of bring her in. And I didn't do a lot of switching of my brushes either. I really thought I was recording just then. So, I guess we're gonna do the other eye. Let's put a little bit more. I really thought I was recording just then. But anyhow. So the color I am going in with is Romad. And it's a cranberry shade. Let's take a look. Because I really thought I was recording. My bad. Threw me off. So it's this shade right here. And I'm showing you how it is with the brush, but I will say that it does apply slightly better with your finger. And you just take a clean brush and blend that out. You can go back in with the brush that you was using before to blend in the shades. Okay. So I am going to take the color Burr. What? Yeah. Burr. This blue aqua shade right here. And this is going to be my... Then you just blend that out with the brush you were just using. Well, not the brush you were just using, the brush you were using for Nomad. For my foundation, I'm going to use a slight mixture of these Krylon TV paint sticks, which I initially intended. So this is V22. Okay, so she's dark, right? And then I'm going to take a little bit of the V24, and then I'm going to take a flat brush and blend it all out. Yeah, she's dark and lovely. Okay, so you see the full coverage, like it's full coverage. So what I am going to do, right, for a dark skin lovely, I'm going to go back in just to preserve the coverage with my RCMA no color. It's really no color. What? No color powder. And shit her. So we are going to go back in with a Tarte concealer, Shape Tape. Okay. So I'm going to go in with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder. Okay. And I'm going to dust off the powder that I had on before, well, the no color powder. I'll go in with my Makeup Forever, what's this, my Dual Matte in 218. She's been used. I'm just going to use my brush and tap her in. I'm going to take a little bit of Fez from the palette, and I did use this as a contour. You can see that, watch, you'll see. She's a little red. So I only used her right here. I'm going to soften her up some. Okay, so we're going to go in with the trusty Black Opal Ultra Matte foundation powder in Deep to contour the rest. I don't know if I use this for my forehead and stuff. I can't remember, but she's right here. So, because I use her all the time, that we'll be using her again today. And to snatch up the cheek a little bit, just so, because, you know, I have a round face, right? Just cut her gently. You don't gotta do the most. Okay. So, next step is to do the under eye, not the under eye, the lower lash line. We're gonna go in with Taza first. So you don't want the line to be that sharp, and you want to blend her out a little bit. And then we're going in with Zura, and we're just bringing her halfway in. And then a little bit of Fez just on the outer portion, and then kind of just bring it up just a little bit to make sure you're not leaving any gaps. Okay, again, I didn't do a wing liner, but I went in with my LA Girl Glide Gel Liner in Very Black, and I've used this on this channel before. Got it off of Amazon, but I'm pretty sure a lot of beauty supply stores have this. So I get my waterline and my tight line. And for my mascara, I used this, what's the name of this? The Rimmel London Shake It Fresh Clump Free Mascara in Extremely Black. Big Tail Wand. Okay. So for my blush, and I've been loving this blush a lot lately. It's my, I think I used it in my last tutorial too. It is the Extra Dimension MAC blush. The Extra Dimension blush by MAC, and it's Hush Toned. So I use that in combination with Taza for my blush. Put a little bit of Taza on the cheeks from the palette. Morphe. See, you see how the hairs are flying off? That's why people talk mad crap about y'all. I didn't snatch up the schnoz. So I'm going to take a little bit of the Fez and bring her here and keep her there, right? I did do this for my date night. And then take my Black Opal and do the rest of the nose. Okay, so now I'm going with the Extra Dimension blush in Hush Toned. And we getting those cheeks, girl. Okay. So as you can see, she's pigmented and she gives a nice little healthy glow. Okay, and for my highlighter, I used the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess in Heat Wave. This is limited edition. So there's different versions of this by different brands. So if you're interested in this particular color, I'm pretty sure you already have it in your collection, and that's a promise. So I'm going to put a little bit of highlighter And just blend out if you feel like it's a little too harsh. Okay. And for my lip, I didn't use this for date night, but I did use a Colored Rain liquid lipstick. But before you use any liquid lipstick, please, for the love of St. Croix, put on a moisturizer of some sort. You need it. I mean, I'm not saying that your lips are crusty, but trust me. So if you want to know what I used on date night, go look at my last tutorial. But this is Colored Rain, and the color is Roulette. But making sure your lips are moisturized is the key. Trust me. So I'm going to apply my lashes, shake my hair out, and I will be right back so we can talk a little bit about this palette and how we did with it today and what we liked, what we didn't like, and all that good jazz. All that good jazz. All that good jazz. So this is the final look. I added on lashes. They only cost $1. You can go to your local beauty supply store and find you a pair. I'm sure they have a nice natural looking lash for $1. So now, yeah, I really fell in love with this look. And I'm going to plug in a photo of what it looked like the day that I did it. I don't think I changed anything. I can't remember if I added a highlight. I highlighted my brow. I might have. I think I might have highlighted my brow. So I don't know. So this is the look. Again, I fell in love with it. I love the application of it. I felt like these eyeshadows were very dope. I did see, like I said, I think in the beginning of the video, that people mentioned, or at least I saw a post that someone had mentioned that Juvia's Place is being repetitive and throwing out same shades. I don't personally think so. I think that they're being quite innovative. I do believe that they are throwing out different shades, and the texture of their shades are like none other. So I definitely feel like they should do a complete matte palette. I think that everybody would gravitate towards that because their formulation is awesome. So when this palette was coming out, Juvia'S Place gave their audience an option of picking the packaging. So I think it was between this purple one and a pink one. So clearly everybody chose the purple one, and I did too. And it comes with 6 metallic shades and 3 mattes. The only thing I will say that I wish that it came, you know, with maybe another matte or 2. But it is what it is. Everybody at this point has every eyeshadow there is to man. Like, come on. Like, I think this palette is just fine. But it would have been good for an all-around palette, for it to be a palette that you would take with you with traveling. You can't, this is not an everyday kind of situation. Because these 3 shadows right here have a lot of red in them. They're not, yeah, this can't be everyday and for everybody. That is for certain. But it's a very beautiful palette. This palette runs $21.50. And of course, if you have an influencer that is affiliated with Juvia'S Place, you can get an additional 10% off, I do believe, from their products. It's either 10 or 20%, but fine. I think Nikki Tutorials has one. Angela something, she does a lot of swatching of a lot of eyeshadow brands, and she always has a code. So if you're interested in getting a discount from Juvia'S Place, find your favorite YouTuber. They more than likely have an affiliate code to go with it. I'm not mad at affiliate codes because they save me, you know, a little bit of tax, shipping, something. So anywho, yeah, so it's $21.50. I think that is a reasonable price for the shades that you're getting. These shades, I'm not going to go over the grams or whatever. I think that information like that is redundant because everybody, again, at this point has hellified eyeshadow pans. You're not going to go through them in a year's time unless you are a very beginner and this is your only palette and you don't foresee yourself buying another one. So it's like, stop it. Who cares? It's like, at least for me, this is a lot. Like, look how big these pans are. This is not your average MAC Pam, this is not your average Makeup Geek. This is not your average Anastasia Beverly Hills. And Anastasia, her one shadow is $12. This whole thing right here is $21.50, and this is without an affiliate code. So they're coming out with another eyeshadow palette. I can't wait for them to come out with them. I am a Juvia'S Place supporter. They are black owned, and those, I know there have been gripes in the past that people had issues with their shipping. At least in my opinion, for those who are watching me for the very first time, I haven't had any issues with shipping or any customer service issues. Their product is great. And on a scale from 1 to 10, they definitely rank at a 10. So yeah, I'm very, I'm very happy because I see someone of color doing it. So yeah, so I go ahead and check it out. If you like how I created this look with this palette, please give your girl a thumbs up. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for getting me to 300 plus subscribers. Let's keep pushing. Let's get to 5. So yes, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and also connect with your girl on my social media. And that is everything Thaliaseyecandy on on Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I will definitely catch you in the next. Bye.